Hi, Lisa over at Ability Business. Today I wanted to talk about register and how you can sell items by weight using a integrated scale. So first off, remember we always have our wiki resources for register and it's divided into 6 different categories. Right here is our sell by weight. So if you want more information about compatible scales that we have tested in-house, then hop over here to look at that list. This wiki article is going to run through what sell by weight is, the compatible scales, the setup, the item setup, and then how you can test the scale and the item before you get moving forward. So these are for items that you weigh right at the checkout, like your apples, bananas, other fruit, chocolate, bulk goods like spices, noodles, etc. All right, so let's look at the compatible scales. Here we are. We have scales in house, so those that were tested in house, we have checked them off. These are scales that we have worked with before in our ability scale for QuickBooks Point of Sale. So those are all available in the settings. And if you need help, you can chat with our team members. Okay, so let me head over to the app. Because once you're in the Register app for making sales, you're going to go to Menu and then to Settings. Under Settings, we're going to go to Hardware, and here is where we have Manage Scales. Now, this will be specific for each workstation. If they have a scale, then you'll come here. If not, then you don't have to worry about it. So let me pop in here for you. I don't have a scale, but we've made it very, very simple to be able to select the scale. So if you worked with us and have ability integrated scale for QuickBooks Point of Sale, we took this all into consideration for clients that have specific scales today. All right, then you're just going to select your COM port. That's the communication port from the scale to the computer. And then everything else just magically happens here. You'll fill in your max capacity, and that could be 15 pounds, 30 pounds, 60 pounds, 120, etc., etc. And then also, select if you weigh in grams or pounds. And remember, these are all global settings. We've tried to make it really simple and really easy for you. All right, let's head over to QuickBooks Online for a moment. When you have Register connected to QuickBooks Online becomes your whole inventory hub. This is where you'll bring in your inventory. Here is the inventory list in QuickBooks Online. And when you connect Register to QuickBooks Online, all of your purchasing and receiving will be completed in that product. Here's our produce. You can categorize your items with a category that flows over to Register. So let's go over to the menus and down to items. I can start searching here. Here's my produce. So under the item record, we have the settings sell by weight. So if you're going to sell this item using the scale, you're going to enable it. And all it is just a click to toggle it on and then save. And you're set to go. You can also, for quick items, is to add them to your quick pick setting on the screen. All right, let's head over to the checkout. So my customer Andrea comes in and she's going to buy some produce. So she gets some apples, and if the scale was connected, the weight would automatically appear in here. But since it's not connected, I'm going to enter it manually. Save. So here's our unit of measure, manual weight. 272 is the price per pound, and then 47 2.47 is the quantity, giving us the extended price of $1.28. Let's do another item. So we have our grapes, and we have 2.23 pounds of grapes. Now we've calculated that price, $2.49 times 2.23 pounds to get $5.55. All right, and then she's going to get some carrots as well. And we'll just say there's 6 pounds of carrots. All right, all calculated for you automatically. Now, remember, I'll say it one more time. If a scale was connected, you would just be entering the item. You would put the item on the scale and select it, and automatically would come in. But if there's ever a time where the scale was not connected, you could still continue to make sales by doing the manual entry because the items have been marked as sell by weight. So we're just going to say pay. We're going to do cash, exact change, and we're going to save and complete. Here's our receipt. You can see the quantity, and off we go. So let's go over to QuickBooks Online. And let's head over to, I love to use the bookmarks over in QuickBooks Online, so that way I can get to the items that I want to see quicker. All right, so here is our sales receipt from today for April 6th. Here's Andrea, our customer, and I'm just going to open up the sales receipt so that you can see it. So here are our SKUs, our items. You can see the category and the item, and then the quantity, the rate, the extended amount. And there we go, $13.97, already paid for. We are good to go. Now, if you paid with cash, the cash will be sitting in cash and drawer account. So since I have you here, let's just walk over there for a moment. So let's go to our chart of accounts. So let's view the register. And here is Andrea. Here is her connected sales receipt and the $13.97 that was added to our cash on hand account. So then when you're ready to make a deposit, you can just add that to your deposit slip. Again, we've been talking about sell by weight in register. This helps you automatically bring weights in from a scale that's connected to your computer and with register. If you have any questions, don't hesitate to give us a call. Again, my name is Lisa, and have a great day.
Experience the difference a true real-time point-of-sale system can make. Learn more at abilityregister.com or email Mike at sales@abilityregister.com and discuss how Register Point of Sale can be a perfect fit for your store.